know why. There. It's not moving for me. Why? I promise you,
But yet
every
it looks
day it's got to be something.
looks like we're live on our side.
Mm-hmm. It looks
Hi.
live. It's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are live. The clock is not. I can't get the video. Totally left. I don't know why. And if it starts up again, I am like done. I am so done. Okay. All right, listen. Welcome to the Ultimate Health Show for the week. I'm your host, Alice. I got TikTok out here. They wondering like, what in the hell is going on? And then I have Dr. Zini with me, and I have Coach Joby Marie. And our other host is not able to make it tonight. It's Coach Angel. We are going to finish up our talk for the month. This is actually the last talk of heart health. Right. If you have any questions for us, please go ahead and put them in chat so we can go ahead and get those over to Dr. Zini. But we got some other pre-questions here that other people has been asking all week, so we're definitely going to ask them about something about the heart today. Well, first of all, we're going to say, how you doing? How both of you doing, Dr. Zini and Jovi?
Ladies first.
I'm doing well. Today's been an amazing day. It's kind of cold here in Chicago, but it's good.
Good deal. Good deal. Now we're doing well here in Reno. Actually, we're gearing up for a snowstorm that's supposed to drop 7 feet in the mountains.
Jeez. And what was the weather yesterday?
I'm sorry?
What was your weather yesterday? What was your weather yesterday?
Yeah, so down in the valley, it's been sunny. But this is what they're predicting up in the mountains. So all the skiers are happy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yesterday it was almost 75 degrees in Chicago yesterday, and it dropped all the way down to 30 today. So
Mm-hmm.
that's just it. That's why we need to know about heart healthy because my heart can't take it. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with Dr. Zini, what you got for us?
Good deal. So, like you said, this is the end of Heart Month. So I thought we would do kind of a recap on everything that you can do to help out your heart. So, at a real high level, you want to protect your heart from any type of inflammation or oxidation. You want to do that by exercise, eating right, and consuming things that aren't going to harm you. And then the other aspect of that is supplementation to kind of ward off anything. So, with that kind of high level overview, the first thing is what can you do to promote a healthy heart? And the easiest thing is activity. In other words, being active, being in some type of exercise program. The old adage, move it or lose it, is wonderful because you want to stay active. Every day I see people uh, that could be more active. So it's always trying to find something that is easy to do. So there's been a lot of research and studies to find out, well, what's the best exercise? What's the most effective exercise? And quite honestly, the best exercise is the one you'll do. I know it sounds kind of corny or too easy, but really, I could advise the best exercise that's going to give you the most calories that you're going to burn, but it doesn't make a difference because if you don't like it, you're not going to do it. So anything is better than nothing. So usually just starting off with walking, maybe doing a little bit of a brisk walk in there, or if you're at a higher fitness level, maybe jogging, or even higher, maybe you're running. But the whole idea is some type of aerobic activity. That means something that gets your heart rate up. And if you're really into activity and you're at a higher fitness level, then maybe you can add in some other things like bicycling if you live down south, or if you're where I'm at, it's cross country skiing or anything in between. So the whole idea is just to get out there and move. Just move. That's the easiest and best thing, whether it's indoors, outdoors, just move. That's the activity side of things. And then the eating side is trying to eat foods or consume foods that are going to love your body back. So that means things that are higher in a little bit more of a protein content or a better fat content, or things that are more vegetable based as opposed to grain based, because usually, not always, but usually grain based things are going to be less tolerated by people. You can do some fancy tests to find out what your body is going to tolerate more, but usually, if you stick to lean proteins, and that means fish, chicken, and turkeys, in other words, fish and fowl. Those are going to be better for you. Things that are a good fat, so that means olive oil, avocado, those are going to be better for you. Vegetables, and again, it's all about color. So the old adage is you want to eat the rainbow, which means things that are vibrant. So purple, reds, yellows, orange, green, things like that. Those are going to be better for you. The darker the pigment, the darker the color, that's going to be that much better for you. So I'll stop there and then see if there's any questions before we get into how we can kind of maybe supplement the body from all the damage that's done in the environment.
Okay. Well, I have a couple of questions for
Mhm,
you right now. Um,
mhm.
and which is a great point. You said the best exercise is the one you do. So you mean if I just get out there and do 30 minutes or 20 minutes of walk, that's the best exercise to do?
It is, and again, some people, and I just saw someone earlier this week, for them, just walking 5 minutes was a start. Everybody is different. So I don't want people that haven't been really active to get out and walk 20 or 30 minutes because they could get an injury just from doing something that you could easily do, but they can't. So everyone is individually different.
Mhm.
So I tell people to start out slow and then gradually increase about 10% every 3 or 4 exercise bouts. So if they're exercising every other day, then that means after about a week, then they increase it 10 minutes. So if they're doing 5 minutes, then after a week, they might be doing 5.5 minutes or maybe 6 minutes. And I know it sounds slow, but the whole
Mhm.
idea is not to get an injury. Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't train for a marathon overnight. So it's a journey. And this is a journey that you want to be injury free on.
Okay. And then the second one is you said consume healthy foods, protein, fats. Can you tell us more about the healthy fats, or if we can just have any fats? Because you know me, I want all the fats. So, um, which is true.
So yeah, so the better fats are olive oil, and that comes from people may have heard about the Mediterranean diet.
Yeah.
So people that live around Italy or Greece or Spain or France, that's the Mediterranean diet. And what's common in that is olive oil. And so olive oil is a good fat. Avocado oil is another good one. Whole avocados are okay, but you have to be careful. I once had a patient that was telling me that they weren't losing any weight and they were following everything I said. And when I had them write down everything, I found out that they were eating 2 or 3 avocados a day. So even though it's a good fat, too many calories just in general aren't good. So you have to be a little bit careful and balanced. And the last good fat is coconut. That's also a good fat.
A good fat. So what about protein? Like I have started because I'm one who doesn't eat breakfast in the morning.
Mhm,
So I have started having a protein shake from CTFO, right?
mhm, mhm.
So I do that every morning. Would that could be considered good protein for in the morning since I don't eat breakfast?
It is, and for most people that are on the go or they just don't have the time or they wanna make sure that they're getting a well-balanced, multi-nutritional based, um, meal replacement, and really that's what it is. That's an excellent product because it has good proteins in it. It has probiotics in it. It also has ashwagandha, which helps out with kind of curbing your appetite. And then it also has vitamins and minerals in it. So it's something that my wife and I do also. And not only that, but I don't take a lunch break. So usually I take another one for lunch, and that's my lunch in between patients. So it's a great meal replacement. It's easy to do. So yeah, it's fabulous.
I like it. I like the protein shake. I get up in the morning. I try to do a little exercise, but if I'm running late, I will go
Mhm,
ahead right after have the protein shake once again because I don't eat breakfast. And the times that I do eat breakfast, I will
mhm,
have oatmeal.
mhm,
Nobody knows I'm a very picky eater, so
mhm.
I find that, or I actually will have 2 eggs in the morning. I eat the boiled eggs. I love boiled eggs, actually.
So my wife is also a big proponent of hard-boiled eggs. So um, out of the two that you mentioned, oatmeal versus a hard-boiled egg, I go with the hard-boiled egg uh,
Okay.
because it's more protein, and especially there's some good studies that have found that if you eat organic eggs, then the yolk in the organic egg is better for you than the yolk in a typical egg. So again, with organic eggs, the darker the color, the better off they are.
Very good. All right.
Mhm,
Once again, everyone, we are here with Living Well, the Ultimate Health Journey. We're here with Dr. Philip Zini and Coach Jovi Marie. Each week we have these conversations about what we need to do. This month we are talking about, because today is the last one, heart health. Last month was diet. This month is heart health. And Dr. Philip Zini will give us something for next month as well. Do you have any questions in the chat? I know in TikTok world, they can't really see Dr. Zini and Jovi. Well, we're going to figure it out. Don't worry about it. And but in Facebook, if you have any questions, please give us your questions. We had these two right here, and those was really great questions. We're here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. All right. Joby, do you have anything to add before Dr. Zena gets this starting again?
I did have a question for Dr. Phillip because I know one of the ladies was asking in reference to the glutathione
Mhm.
and what it does to the body.
So a good point, and that kind of tees up the second half because what the body undergoes, and I explain this to my patients, is that as soon as you're born, your body is exposed to air, water, food, the environment. So air has pollutants in it, which are free radicals. Unfortunately, some foods that we eat have free radicals, which are again are the oxidants that cause damage, and even the environment that we live in, because of, like I said, either the water you consume or the food that you eat, or even trying to be healthy, exercise, creates these free radicals. So your body, when you're born, will take in everything that you eat and then try to create glutathione. And up to about age 20 minimum, sometimes up to age 40 in some individuals, your body does a fabulous job of creating glutathione with the proteins that you eat, because glutathione is a combination of 3 amino acids. So your body does a pretty good job when you're younger, up to age 20, like you said, or there you go. Or if you're super healthy and you got good genetics, maybe up to age 40. Certainly by age 40, the rate of glutathione production goes down. So we have to try to supplement it. And people have, you can look this up, just Google or search or whatever your favorite search engine is, the benefits of glutathione or glutathione research. And there's over 180,000 references to glutathione. And matter of fact, I just had a patient ask me about glutathione and cancer, and we can talk about that a little bit later on. But getting back to your question, sorry, I get long-winded. Just next time, just tell me to stop. So getting back to your question, we need at age 40, certainly, we need to start giving the body glutathione back. So you can try to give it all the precursors. You can try to give it all the good things that the body needs, but what it really needs is the glutathione, not the building blocks, but the glutathione. So you can get it through an IV, you can get it through an injection. Those are expensive. And I've done that in my clinic in the past. And like I said, some people can afford it, a lot of people can't. And then some people just don't like to be stuck with a needle. So now people are looking at a capsule or a pill,
Okay.
and it is going to undergo the degradation or the breakdown in the stomach. So that's why the IV or injection has been better until now that we have a mist product. So what the mist product does, and this is what the pharmaceutical industry does anyways. You think about all the nasal steroid sprays or the nasal sprays, and they're even experimenting with, and I think they may have even launched a nasal insulin that you can spray in your nose, because giving something to the mucous membranes is the best way, because then it gets absorbed directly through the mucous membranes. Mucous membranes is kind of like the skin lining of your nose or your mouth. So the product that we have, you spray it in your mouth. It is so small that it can fit in between the cell walls. So it gets rapidly absorbed. It gets absorbed through the lining of your mouth. It goes directly into the lymphatic system and then gets dispersed through the body. Some of it goes into the liver where it's needed to help produce various aspects of the immune system. It helps to promote what we call the reducing the oxidative stress, which means it helps to neutralize the free radicals that are created in the environment with the foods that we eat, the water you drink, the air you breathe. So it helps to do that. Why is that important? Because at the cell level, that's where glutathione is used. Every single cell uses it. Your body is reproducing about 3 million cells a second. Yes, 3 million cells a second. So you want to replicate, you want to reproduce good cells. I mean, think about at the cellular level, you've got a giant copy machine. So you want to copy or replicate or reproduce good cells, not bad cells. You want to reproduce good cells. And that's what the glutathione helps to do, is to reproduce the good cells at the cellular level. And it also helps to produce energy, ATP. And that's what every cell in your body needs to do in order to do its specific job, whether it's the job in the skin or your hair or your liver or your heart, which we're talking about because it's Heart Month. You want to do that on a regular basis, every second, minute to minute, hour by hour, 24/7. So that's where the importance of glutathione comes in, because it is the master antioxidant in the body.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was a lot. Sorry.
No, that is totally fair, because I definitely have a question for you. So, what is the difference between glutathione, because you know I can't say it, but you know what I'm saying, and mangosteen, and does it aid in the heart health?
So yes, they're slightly different in that mangosteen, which has been around for decades, is an anti-inflammatory, and mangosteen, specifically the fruit, has the most xanthones, and xanthones are a group of polyphenols which help out with reducing inflammation. Because again, anytime the body is inflamed, now whether that's because you have diabetes, borderline diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all those things cause inflammation. You had a recent cold, or you had a recent virus. All those things create inflammation. So the best inflammatory response is through mangosteen, and that's why we launched again a mist product called Xanthomist, because of all the xanthones. The mangosteen fruit has over 70 xanthones, so it has the most xanthones out of any fruit, out of any single product on the planet. There's a total of about 200, and mangosteen has 70. And we developed a proprietary method in order to concentrate that. So instead of having to drink liters or quarts of this stuff a month, you just have one small spray bottle that you can put in your purse or your pocket, carry on a plane because it's less than 3 ounces, and you can just again spray that on the inside of your mouth, and it's the same thing, as same bioavailability, so it gets rapidly absorbed. So one is for inflammation on the outside of the cell, that's the xanthomist. The other is for antioxidants, free radicals on the inside of the cell, and that's the glutamist. So it kind of gangs up on the cell from both sides: outside xanthomist, inside glutamist.
Okay. And what are the doses? I mean, can I spray it all day long, or just when I feel like it?
Yeah, so we usually ask people to load up. So that means 4 sprays 4 times a day for 1 week. The only caveat is because the glutathione is an antioxidant, some people get a kind of detoxifying type of response, which means that if the 4 sprays 4 times a day and they start feeling flu-like symptoms, low grade temperature, maybe they're feeling kind of punky, they're kind of low energy, that's because their body is detoxing. So you have one of two choices: gut through it, because it only lasts about 24 hours, maybe 48 hours at the most, or you just cut back and then allow your body to detox a little bit slower. And then after that 1 week of loading, then it's 4 sprays once a day.
Okay, then with the Glutamist and the Magus and the Xanthosmin, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do we take them? Can we take them in the same day, or we should take them on opposite days?
Yeah, no, and that, so my routine at night is 4 sprays of the Glutamist, 4 sprays of the Xanthomist, and a quarter dropper of CBDA because I have Hashimoto's. So I use it for my Hashimoto's.
Well, what is that?
So Hashimoto's, and we could probably spend 4 sessions. Yeah, maybe we'll do that in March.
Okay.
We'll talk about Hashimoto's and the thyroid, and that'll kind of be a good lead-in for spring and March. Yeah,
Okay,
that's good.
very good. All right, make sure you send me something on that so I can put that out there, especially if that's up to the thyroid, because I know a lot of people that has issue with their thyroids and they need to tune in to the show every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Central Time. All right, unless you're in Dr. Phil's area, and it's probably about 10 there. So
Actually, it's the other way. It's
yeah,
it's 6:30 my time, 8:30 Central, 9:30
yeah,
Coast.
that's East Coast, right?
Yep.
All right, so he still got an early day. We got a late day.
Right.
Listen, once again, this is the Ultimate Health Journey. Our weekly health talk every week at Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time. We look for you to join us. If you have any questions, please go ahead and send us those questions so we can ask Dr. Philip, Dr. Zini. I call him Dr. Philip. You all have to say Dr. Zini, okay? Every week we can ask him a whole bunch of questions. Listen, the products that he's talking about, the Xanthomist and the Glutamist, you can actually get those at CTFO, which you should be able to see the link. Wellbeingpath.myctfo.com. Very good products. I take, for one, what I had mentioned earlier, the shake, because I do the protein shake every morning. I get up and do the protein shake because I don't like to eat breakfast. At the times I don't eat breakfast, I make sure I get a protein shake. The shake and burn that you see there is also good too. That gives you a lot of energy. At least for me, it does. So I learned to just take 2, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. But the Xanthomist and the Glutamist that Dr. Zini was talking about, you can definitely get that at wellbeinghealth.myctfo.com. Joey, you've been quiet. You have anything else for us?
Just a little quiet today, but Dr. Philip did bring a big point. So, especially with the protein, with the diet, you want to at least have, 80% is going to be what you consume and what you're eating, and 20% is your workouts. So, yes, that was the main key, the base key that you want for your body.
Okay. And and we're getting ready to get out of here because we try to keep it short so we're not holding you all a long time. But I have one question. This is for me. When it comes to exercising, Dr. Zini, I have a stepper that goes like that.
Mhm.
TikTok made me buy it. So I have a stepper. So I sit it in front of the TV and I may get on there and do 5 minutes at a time, 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's a commercial. Let me get up and do it. Or I'm reading a book or something. Would that be considered good exercise? Because I do it throughout the whole day.
So again, anything is better than nothing. If you can string that together for a minimum of 20 minutes, that would probably be a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could even cycle through and do a little bit of a HIIT type program, high intensity interval training program, that would be the ultimate.
And then one more question. I am losing weight. So I'm down from 230. I'm down right now. I'm at 202. So what about flabby skin? So that's one of the reasons I'm like, I really need to get into the exercise because of the flabby skin. But some people have said when you have flabby skin, it doesn't go away. So you have to go get surgery to fix it. Can you give us questions on that? Answer on that?
Yeah, so any type of whole body resistive exercise, and Jovi has done a great job with mentoring her group on that. Uh,
Yes.
and then also, again, because the skin, some people consider the largest organ of the body, um, needs glutathione at the cellular level. um, you should be able to see some skin changes with adding the Glutamist to your program. And I have never seen anyone need surgery when they do a lifestyle, slow type of change in weight reduction. The people that do a rapid weight reduction, usually post gastric bypass, they're the ones that have problems because the weight reduction is so rapid and they don't have a chance to keep the muscle tone, which helps to keep the skin kind of plumper, if you will, that
Mhm.
term. But it helps to give the skin a little bit of a support scaffold, if you will. So that's why if you do some exercise, you reduce the weight slowly, feed the skin with good supplements, you shouldn't have a problem.
I was trying to find a picture, but I couldn't put it up because of rights and all of that. But the guy, this guy, he lost so much weight, and he showed us before. He was really he had to be about 400 pounds, and then he
Mhm.
looks like probably 100, maybe 150, maybe 200, and he just has skin hanging everywhere. So that's why I was asking. And then on top of that, what about cellulite? Does that come from you losing weight too, or just comes from gaining weight?
So cellulite is traditionally thought of as a weight gaining issue, not a weight reduction. And again, I'd be willing to bet that the individual that you saw pictures of, it
Yeah.
was a rapid weight loss
Yeah, I
because
mean, he was. I mean, flabby. Neck was flabby. His arms was flabby. His stomach, his breast, his legs. It just loose skin everywhere.
yeah, I'd be willing to bet it was a rapid weight loss.
Okay, so it's a
You'll be
big
fine.
deal.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine
You'll be fine.
if I get up and exercise. Is that what you're saying, Doctor Zini? Is that what you're trying to
Uh,
tell me?
I'm telling you, your skin will look beautiful.
Okay.
Um, you just have
Well,
to
you
stay.
said beautiful, so I'm happy with that. So as long as you said beautiful, I'm okay. Okay. So listen, once again, we are here with Dr. Philip Zini out of Las Vegas. And hey, make sure you stay tuned, sign up, follow him, Jovi Marie. This is the Living Well, the Ultimate Health Journey. We're going to be here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time, giving you health tips. And next month, we're going to be talking about thyroids. I'm going to make sure I post that so you can make sure you can join us. Hey, do y'all have anything else for us? Jovi, Dr. Zini?
Stay warm, stay dry.
Oh,
Right. Exactly.
don't even mention it. I mean, because it got cold outside. Listen, the products that Dr. Zini was talking about tonight, you can actually pick that up at wellbeingpath.myctfo.com. Once again, you can look down below. It should be there. If it's not, reach out to me. I will send it to you. And if you're interested in making some extra cash, all right, just by being healthy, right, and getting people along with you to be healthy, reach out to myself or Jovi, and we will be happy to bring you aboard to show you how you can do that. I'm Alice. I'll see you next week. Find your fire, be true to who you are, and whatever you do, inspire along the way. We'll see you next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Bye bye.
Bye.